Hey Corona Diary, so it is day 10. Please excuse me, I'm not feeling too well today, but I wanted to continue with the diary, so I thought I'd still record. So yeah, please do excuse the state of me. I am in my PJs, sat in bed this time, but we're just going to keep it real. So, and I'll explain more about why I'm sat in bed and why I'm so rubbish in tomorrow's video. Please don't worry, it's not coronavirus. I am ill, but I'll update you with that with tomorrow's news. So, in terms of me and my family, the rest of my family are okay, but physically and mentally I'm not, as I've just highlighted. Mentally, I was doing quite well until late last night, and I'll insert a short video at the end of today's video. I had a bad time last night. I think things just caught up with me, and something really trivial tipped me over the edge. It was something really silly, and I feel embarrassed by it to a degree, but something very small made me extremely anxious, and I spoke to people and they were so nice that I just bawled my eyes out in the end. And towards letting it all out, I realised that there was raw emotion, and that by the time I'd been to sleep and woken up today, I may well have forgotten some of that emotion. And so I just turned the camera on and spoke to the camera. So for any of the ladies that I spoke to last night, it was about 9 PM last night. I just want to apologise. I know it's really trivial. Everybody's having a hard time, and I do apologise. I feel really silly now, but I was just such a mess last night. I really was. I think things just got on top of me, and I think it's getting to everybody at the moment. Everyone's getting upset, and it was just my time at 9 PM last night, or just before thereabouts. So anyway, that's me. I will insert a video right at the end of today's video just so that you can see. More importantly, that video was taken because, once again, I managed to capture the raw emotion that I can look back on, my family can look back on. We can remember just how it was, even when it was negative, you know, so when it was really negative. And that's what vlogging something like this is all about. And I'm not worse than anybody else. Everybody's having a rough time, and some more than others. And I appreciate that there are a lot of people in much worse positions than myself right now, so please do bear that in mind. So yesterday's news saw a total of 437 deaths. I saw that Parliament was shutting down as of yesterday evening, which doesn't surprise me. I did wonder if that may happen soon. I think they were scheduled to close for Easter anyway, so they've just closed sooner. There was talks that Britain could see the biggest mobilisation of military since the Iraq War in 2003. Now that's pretty big. That was, what, 17 years ago now? So yeah, it just goes to show how much of an emergency situation this is in our country and around the world. Also, we saw that Prince Charles tested positive and he's now in isolation. It was said that he's got mild symptoms and that Camilla had tested negative, so she doesn't actually have it, but Charles does. So obviously he's classed as vulnerable because he's 71, I believe. So he's just over that 70-year-old sort of concerned age bracket. Some positive news yesterday was that 405 people signed up to volunteer for the government after them calling for 250,000. And then late last night I actually saw that it had got higher. It was then actually more than double the amount they'd asked for. So over 500,000 people had responded to that call to volunteer for the government with helping the vulnerable with medications, food and conversations so they don't feel isolated. I saw that a British diplomat from the embassy had passed away from coronavirus. And some very sad news that really did get to me yesterday was that of a 21-year-old young lady passing away, and she had no underlying symptoms, and it was coronavirus that she'd contracted. I also saw that if some testing went positively, then there could be some coronavirus testing kits rolled out within a matter of days rather than weeks or months, and that the NHS workers would have priority over it. There was also mentions that you'd be able to pick them up on Amazon or in a Boots chemist, and that if there was going to be a charge, it would be a very small one. So that's good news. I do hope that testing goes well and they can be rolled out quick, because the sooner that happens, the better for the country. So the last bit of news I saw is probably a bit controversial. Some people will find it amusing and some people really won't. And that was, a woman went viral yesterday after attempting to do her shopping in a Zorb ball. And that happened in the county of Kent. So yeah, that is the news for Wednesday. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you with the update tomorrow. Bye guys. Hey Corona Diary, not having the best night. Just want to keep it real. I've become a wreck just because of a phone call this evening. As you can tell, it's really quiet in this room. It's just me, because I have to be alone. There's been no TV, no traffic from outside because my windows are shut, no radio, nothing on other than a light. And because of the way I've been struggling with not being with my family, I sat reading. I've been trying to dive into books when I find things difficult. This is probably the worst moment I've had. And I received a phone call. My phone started vibrating in the drawer next to me and I shot out of my skin, and I took a look and I didn't recognise the name, and I panicked because I don't cope with taking phone calls. For years, all I've ever dealt with is texting, and I feel so stupid. I checked my phone, didn't recognise it at all, and panicked about answering it, and panicked about if it's something I should have remembered that I've forgotten because I've got bad memory, that someone would think I was being rude. And eventually I figured out where it had come from, and I've spoken to the people, and I've currently come away from that chat because I can't cope and I'm just falling apart. It's just stupid. Oh, jeez. I know it's hard for everybody. I'm not coming here for... I know that I'm not in a worse position than other people. I need to be able to see, looking back, what this is doing to me and my family, and I thought I was doing okay this evening. And then just out of nowhere, a silly little call makes me feel like about that big, stupid really. And even when I was explaining how it was this end, because I don't want people to think I was being rude, not joining something that I couldn't remember that I thought I joined, and then I couldn't figure out what the group was about, and eventually once it's been explained to me, it all makes perfect sense. And there's actually no harm in any of it at all. It's just completely innocent. Instagram chat between a few people and set me off. I suppose the biggest problem is it's the wrong time of the month and I'm not feeling too good again. I think my water infections come back and of course the obvious, which everyone's suffering with. And so even with the problems I'm facing, I know people are gonna go through worse than what I am right now, but I could tell you about it in the video when I record it in the morning, but ultimately this is here and now and this is how I'm feeling, and I'm not going to remember properly when I wake up because of my memory issues, and so I felt the need to turn the camera on and just record it now. And I hope none of you are feeling sad. I hope you're all coping okay. It's just so hard seeing so many deaths every single day. So many people are dying, and I know it's not my job, but I wish I could stop it. They say life isn't fair, and it truly doesn't feel like it right now, you know. It's horrible. Please, please take care of yourselves and stay safe. And to the ladies, if you're watching this video, I'm really sorry.